Reflect that it is 6:02 and we're going to get started. Call the meeting to order. How about roll call? Caitlin?
Ross? Here. White?
Here.
Robinson?
Here.
Baxter?
Here.
Vouch?
Here.
Height?
Here.
And Witcher? A quorum is present, Your Honor.
Thank you. I invite you to stand, and I will lead us in prayer and the pledge. God, thank you for the opportunity to serve our neighbors here in North Little Rock. Help us to act with character and conviction. Help us to listen with understanding and goodwill. Help us to speak with clarity and restraint. Give us the spirit of service. Help us see the humanity and dignity of those who disagree with us and to treat all persons with respect and reverence that they deserve. We ask this in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So moved.
Second.
On the motion.
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes. Thank you. Going to communications, and Mr. Baxter, we're going to pull 3 by title. Anybody else? How about a motion to accept 1, 2, and 4?
So moved.
Second. On the motion.
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Taylor? Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
Communication number 3, Karen Scott, Finance Director, letter to Mayor Smith and City Council regarding North Little Rock Investment Committee.
Ms. Scott, you are up.
I've included in communications a memo that outlines the status of the electric refinance of that debt, the 2011 issue. So just as a summary, the investment or the RFQ was issued for underwriters. The investment committee met and reviewed the responses. The A&E committee selected Stevens Inc. as the underwriter and Friday Eldridge and Clark as bond counsel. We have met with Stevens, and they have showed us a couple different options for this refinance, which include the normal public offering of a bond issue and a private placement. Based on the numbers that they presented us, the private placement looked very favorable for us. We're still looking at a total savings of in excess of $3 million. And I just wanted to let you all know that we are proceeding with this activity. We don't have all the final numbers yet, but we anticipate having legislation for you at the next council to authorize that transaction.
Thank you. Any questions, Ms. Scott? About a motion?
Move to accept and file.
Second.
On the motion.
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
Mayor,
Yes.
go back to number 4 out on communications. David here tonight? He's not here, is he?
David Miles.
David's not here?
Okay. Can I just make a comment?
Absolutely, you can.
I think this is an excellent appointment by you, Mayor. I've grown to know David through my years of being an alderman, working with him and having him come out and find some dogs or some pets in the neighborhood. And David is an excellent employee. He is. I think he'll do a great job out there.
Thank
and
you.
I just want to commend you for choosing him.
Well, we've watched David grow up, and he's been out there for 13 years, and I always like to try to promote from within if we can, and he's from a great family, and so we're glad that he's accepted this responsibility, and I probably didn't tell him that it was going to be on tonight, or we'd have had him here, but we'll invite him, Caitlin, to the next council meeting, so those of you that haven't met David, you'll get a chance to. So thank you for saying that. Okay, let's go into have public comment sign-in sheet. We've got a couple signed up, but I'm going to hold y'all. Let's go ahead and do 01659. Sean Schellenberger, do you want to make a comment, Sean? Does he need to? You go? I don't think so. We'll save it if we need to bring you back up. Okay, well, let's just go into old business then.
O1653, Alderman Robinson and Taylor.
Please call it.
An ordinance granting a special use to allow truck and material storage in an R4 zone for certain real property located at 1700 East Washington Avenue in the city of North Little Rock, Arkansas. First reading.
We're going to move to suspend the rules in place on the second reading.
That'd be the third reading. It was read once at the last
Oh,
meeting.
did we now?
Okay, on the third reading?
Third reading?
Okay.
Second.
On the motion?
Ross,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Taylor, Robinson,
Yes.
Baxter,
Yes.
Vouch,
Yes.
Height,
Yes.
and Witcher.
Yes.
O1653, an ordinance granting a special use to allow truck and material storage in the R4 zone for certain real property located at 1700 East Washington Avenue in the city of North Little Rock, Arkansas. Third and final reading.
We're going to move for adoption.
Do I have a second? Second. On Ms. Ross?
I know at one time that there was some question about the mesh netting. Is everyone okay with that now?
Robinson?
I looked at it, I reviewed it, so I'm okay with the netting. And the reason why I'm okay with the netting is because they're going to plant some plants behind the netting or alongside the netting. And so that will kind of give it a uplift, if you would. So we're okay with it.
The owners are here, and they're not going to let it look bad. I'll go down there myself.
Well, we'll be watching.
On the motion?
On the motion, Ross?
Yes.
White? Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
On the emergency, Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher.
Yes. Thank you, guys, for doing business and employing our citizens. We appreciate it. Consent agenda. Anybody want to pull anything from the consent agenda?
R16, 144.
140 what?
144.
144. Okay. All right, do I have a motion to accept 138 through 143?
So moved.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. R16, 144, please. Caitlin?
A resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to purchase a drainage easement over certain real property located south of U.S. Highway 165, parallel and adjacent to the westerly line of Cypress Crossing in the city of North Rock, Arkansas.
How about a motion?
So move.
Second. Question?
Mr. Taylor, Mr. Taylor, I was looking at Taylor.
Ms. Robinson.
Mr. Carter could explain this. I just don't ever remember us having an easement, purchasing an easement on this property. So if Mr. Taylor, I want to call you Mr. Taylor. Mr. Carter.
Ms. Ross, this is
Mr.
Jason Carter. He's our city attorney.
Yeah. If he could just kind of explain why this is different than other easements that we've had in the city?
We often acquire easements. That's something that we do. And this easement was brought to our attention initially by Alderman Taylor with the drainage problem that was going on around this neighborhood. And I know one of the questions is, what does that mean when we're acquiring an easement? An easement is an attribute of property. It's a dominant estate, meaning that by acquisition of this property, we have the right to enter. So it doesn't mean that we buy the property in fee. It means that we buy the right to enter and to use that property for a particular purpose, which is for the drainage of the neighborhood. Correct. So that is what we would be buying. So there is some of the property has been improved, so it's in an improved condition. And I think, Mr. Wilburn may be able to speak more as to exactly what the condition of the easement is right now and its ability to serve the neighborhood. But I think they were having drainage problems in that neighborhood, and that was the impetus behind buying the easement.
Well, we looked at this long and hard. It's, most easements are, across a lot or something like this. This is a very large easement. I mean, it might run quarter of a mile or even longer than that. And so I thought it made sense to go ahead and do this. Probably should have been done, 4 or 5 years ago when that neighborhood was developed.
Okay, so this is my next question then, because normally on easements, people have easements in their front yard. They still have to mow the grass over the easements. They still take care of those easements. So will the city be responsible for this property since it's an easement?
It's a drainage easement.
A drainage-
It would be different than what your easement is in your front yard.
Okay, so when manpower is
Well, and
available?
there's always different kinds of easements, as you allude to. Some are rights of way, right, where, where people walk or drive vehicles. We have easements for our utility lines. We have easements for drainage. There are different types of easements. It certainly gives us the right to maintain it. The burden to maintain it runs both with us and the landowner, right, because they would be the servient estate. They're not allowed to do anything on the property that would interfere with our dominant estate interests. So in other words, if they were to block the ditch or to build something over the top of it, we could remove that and they would have no recourse.
Right.
So, as far as maintaining easements, I think that we make an effort to maintain our easements, our rights of way. We do the things that we can within our budget, so that's a socialized cost equation, I think, that we have to factor in all the time over where can we build a sidewalk, or, where can we cut the grass? Sometimes owners have to carry that burden themselves because we're not able to socialize the cost. But it's just a function of budget that's, within the purview of the council.
Okay,
And this is a huge drainage ditch, is what this is. And, they were having all sorts of problems, and we could not get in there and really take care of it, because of some legalities and stuff. So with us going in and doing this, now we're able to get in and take care of that drainage ditch.
Ms. White?
Okay, I totally understand this. What I don't understand is we're paying $12,500 so we can go in and keep that clean.
yeah, that's,
I'd
I
say
mean, that just, that's
And the
the part
money
I'm
is
not
Ward 2
grasping.
money.
it is.
The what?
And
The money is from Ward 2.
Oh, I know, yeah.
I would say that, yes, there would be a maintenance burden with it, but I wouldn't say that the purpose that we're acquiring is to keep it clean. I'd say the purpose that we were acquiring it for is so that we have the right to move water across it. And so it serves as drainage for a public purpose. That's really why we're acquiring it. So it prevents anyone from blocking it or doing anything like that. But, there could be some maintenance expense in the future if we have to go in there and to make sure that the water's flowing. You are correct that there could be maintenance expense associated with it.
If that acreage on the, be the north side, I guess, develops, all of that drainage will go into this same ditch. So I think it increases the capability for us to develop that other property. Ms. Ross?
I guess my one question is, when this property was developed, why was that not taken into account when it was developed?
Good question.
That's a good question. If we want to go there, Chris is here.
I want to know.
Mayor, if I may, we have, in our history, have acquired property down around 38th Street in Levy. I'm trying to remember, 18, in about 1600 block, we actually bought houses and cleared out a whole block on the north side of a drainage ditch because those houses were flooding. Again, in Levy, I think about 36th or 37th Street, where the intersection comes in now to the old highway, we bought a block and a half of that area because of flooding. And so, this is not really that uncommon to us. We just haven't done it in a long time.
Chris?
What I'd say is, back about 5 years ago, to me, it looks like a bit of an oversight. This drainage easement that we're getting is 50 foot wide. It runs the full length of Cypress Crossing, and every bit of the drainage in Cypress Crossing is dependent upon this ditch. And over the years, it ended up being, it should have been part of Cypress Crossing, but it ended up being on private property where we had no chance to get into it, even though it serviced all of Cypress Crossing. So we needed to be able to, Cypress Crossing was dedicated streets and drainage many years ago. And so this is significant to Cypress Crossing, so it always needed to be tied to it. It was just...
The property changed hands 2 or 3 times.
It did.
And the developer of Cypress Crossing, that property was his, and then somebody came and offered to buy it, and and then it changed hands again, and it,
And really, this drainage easement or this drainage structure goes with Cypress Crossing right now, and it needs to be together.
yeah.
And I'm not saying that they don't need it and we don't need to take care of it or whatever. I think you answered mine that it was an oversight. I just couldn't understand why we were doing that.
Well, I think the mayor explained it best. The property did change hands multiple times. And in the final plat of Cypress Crossing, it was left off.
Okay, so this is to correct an error.
It is really.
And I understand
correct.
that, and they are made, and I understand that. I just, the property that you were talking about, that we bought the land, that was purchasing, this is still the property owner's land, it's just an easement. So, that's that's the difference. Okay.
Do we have a motion?
Yes.
So moved.
Second.
On the motion?
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
Okay, new business?
New business, R16-145, Alderman Robinson.
Please call it.
A resolution repealing resolution number 8820, which declared 300 Phillips Road in the city of North Little Rock, Arkansas to be a public nuisance and condemned it.
Motion?
So moved.
Second.
On the motion?
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
R16.
Comment.
Oh, sorry, comment.
Ms. White?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I just want to make a comment. Just want to tell you that this rehabbed property is shown rehabbed on Google Maps already, so it looks really good.
Oh, really?
I normally would have driven over there, and I just didn't make it, but it looks really good, so just thought I'd tell you.
Please call 146.
R16-146, a resolution approving settlement of the case of the North Little Rock versus Cedric Hayes, Gloryland Baptist Church Incorporated, and Gloryland Family Fellowship Church.
Move for adoption.
Second.
Question?
Now, this is just 5 properties, and there's 11 properties down there, and that was my question, I know, to you. And Mr. Carter, is why are we not obtaining all the properties down there? And I don't know, and Mr. Carter, I talked to him, I just want to know if there's more properties out there and if there's any way possible to obtain those properties, clean that area up.
So when we researched for this area, these are the ones that came up, but I want to say, the ones on your map, especially the one that's identified as 522, the property that adjoins the railroad track, that property description is no kidding like this long. It's a very long property description. So I think where we've got this graphically indicated on the map, I think that those lots that are beneath it are included in the settlement.
Okay.
So, and to the extent that we've got other properties, I think Gloryland received properties by donation deed. People willed, left property to them in their will or whatnot. And obviously they've had some difficulty maintaining those properties, and I think this is a good result both for the city and for them. So where they've got other properties, I think it would probably be in their interest to negotiate those to us as well, if they're having, to deed those to us as well. But we'll include that as part of our discussions. I think as the resolution is presented, I'd ask you to support it as it is, to the extent that we can obtain some other properties that are in the interest of the city to obtain those, then we will.
Oh, absolutely, I get whatever we can get,
Absolutely.
but I just
Paula
look for the addition, to go back on these additional properties too.
Jules Jones did a great job in working on this. Mr. Baxter?
Mayor, do we have any kind of approximate cost on what it's going to take to get these down to the ground?
Yes. Well, I do on the big church.
Okay.
And so as soon as we close on this property, we'll put a deal together and tell you everybody what's going on.
Do we anticipate Mr. Wadley coming back and asking for a little extra to get this done?
No.
Okay.
Okay, well, Pastor Hayes is a wonderful man, and I'm sorry that the church fell on hard times, but this was the right thing for us to do, so let's vote on this one.
Okay, Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
R16-147, Mayor Smith.
Please call it.
A resolution authorizing acquisition of distressed properties located in designated areas in the city of North Little Rock, appropriating funds.
Move for adoption.
Second.
On the motion.
Ross?
Yes?
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher.
Yes.
R16-148, Mayor Smith.
Please call it.
A resolution certifying the amount of a cleanup lien to be filed with the Pulaski County Tax Collector against certain real property located at 1115 East Second Street in the city of North Little Rock, Arkansas.
How about a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Call a public hearing on 1115 East Second Street. Anyone here to speak on 1115 East Second? Seeing none, close the public hearing on the motion.
Ross?
Yes?
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher.
Yes.
R16-149, Mayor Smith.
Please call it.
A resolution approving and certifying amounts of liens to be filed with the Pulaski County Tax Collector against certain real properties in the city of North Rock, Arkansas as a result of grass cutting expenses and abatement and other nuisances.
Move for adoption.
Second.
Call a public hearing. Anyone here to speak on grass cutting expenses and abatement and other nuisances? Seeing none, close the public hearing on the motion.
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher.
Yes.
O1657, Mayor Smith.
Please call it.
An ordinance providing for the issuance of a sewer revenue bond, Series 2016, by the city of North Rock, Arkansas, for the purpose of paying the cost of acquiring, constructing, and equipping certain extensions, betterments, and improvements to the sewer system of the city, authorizing sale of the bond, providing for the payment of the principal of and interest and servicing fee on the bond, prescribing other matters relating to thereto. First reading.
Let's suspend readings. Somebody.
Move suspend all readings.
Second.
On the motion to suspend all readings.
Ross?
Yes?
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher.
Yes.
How about a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second?
Second?
Mr. Ross?
Mr. Wilkins, if he can come up and just give us a little explanation that, just make sure that our rates are
Yeah, this was-
appropriate
I mean,
for
we had
this.
this
and we-
presentation several months
Yes,
back. so-
but we've slept since then.
This loan is largely for rehabilitation of our collection system for the purpose of eliminating sanitary sewer overflows and for betterments at a couple of our treatment plants. It's for capital improvements projects, and those projects are identified in a facility plan, which was used to, as part of our rate study in 2015. And that rate study included this loan as part of that study. So there will be no additional rates to fund this loan. That was a 5-step rate increase that went into effect January 1st, the first phase of it, and it'll be January 1st of each subsequent year for the next 4 years.
I just want to make sure we had those all. It's still the same.
On the motion?
On the
Well,
motion?
Oh, I thought
Well,
you were teasing.
we can do that. I'll make a motion that we, okay, all right.
All right,
Then I just want to, while Mark's there, I just wanted to say.
go right
something.
ahead.
Can I? I'm just full of praises tonight,
Sure are.
you know. I don't know how many times I've called out to Mark to have him to look into an issue or a question or a drainage issue or wastewater or whatever. And I'm amazed at how fast he and his department has responded to my calls and has resolved the situation as soon as possible. I just want to thank you, Mark, for your
You're
hard
welcome.
work out
Thank
there.
you.
Charlie Hyde, attaboy tonight.
Yep.
On the motion.
Ross?
Yes?
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height? And Witcher?
Yes.
On the emergency, Ross?
Yes?
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher.
Yes.
Mayor, I'll have another one later.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
And our attorney, Mark Halter, thank you.
O1658, Alderman Ross and White.
Please call it.
An ordinance amending ordinance number 7697, the zoning ordinance, to add a subsection under section 12.4 for tours of owner-occupied homes listed on the historic register first reading.
Move to suspend the readings, and then we also have an amendment.
Second.
On the motion to suspend all readings.
Ross?
Yes?
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
About a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Questions, comments? Ms. Ross?
On the amendment?
Oh, there's an amendment. I'm sorry, I didn't hear
Yes.
that.
There's an amendment that's been distributed that just correctly identifies the National Historic Register as the National Historic Register of Historic Places.
Of the what?
The National Historic Register of Historic Places.
Okay,
We want Sandra Taylor Smith to be happy.
that's right. All right, we got a motion to amend.
I
About a
might have
second.
misstated
Second.
that, but.
On the motion to amend.
On the motion to amend, Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes, move for adoption as amended.
Second.
On the motion.
On the motion, Ross?
I just have-
Hold on a minute.
No, I just want to comment before we close this.
Absolutely,
out.
go ahead.
Chris Olson is here with us, the Justin Matthews Jr. house. He's refurbishing, bringing it up to date. It's looking wonderful. And for the tours, that's one of the things, as Mr. Carter pointed out, that the National Register of Historic Places, we'll make sure we get that right.
Yeah.
They encourage these tours on this. Spoke to numerous neighbors up there. They're excited about it. And there's other historic places in the city, too, that looking forward
It's
to
a
it.
beautiful home and will be more beautiful. Chris, thank you for being part of our community, and we're excited to see your finished product. On the motion.
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
On the emergency, Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
01659, Alderman Taylor.
We're going to call it.
Okay. An ordinance granting a conditional use to allow a car lot in a C4 zone for certain real property located at 2006 Highway 161, the city of North Rock, Arkansas.
We
First
want
reading.
to suspend all readings.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion to suspend all readings on the motion.
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
About a motion to adopt.
So moved.
Second.
On the motion.
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
On the emergency, Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
This concludes new business.
Thank you very much. Mr. Ard is our only public comment of the evening.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll start at the worst first. It has nothing to do with the city, but Waste Management is doing a sorry job. My understanding is that Harold can get them to respond to him. They leave cans out in the street. They don't pick up cardboard you can stack on top of the cans. They throw them on the ground. When you call them, they never return your call. And when they had this one guy working for them before they did away with his job, he always got the job done. I would like for the city council to really back me or back the citizens in getting something done about waste management. Now, we'd like to have our money back. There's no sense we had to pay for this and not get the service they said they were going to give. Like I said, I don't blame the city of North Little Rock for this, but Waste Management needs to shape up or ship out. Also, Jim Briley, I think is the correct name, in the Planning Commission.
Riley?
Okay, sir, thank you. Was supposed to call me back today. I'm helping a lady pull communication cable in her building she has gutted. And there's some rules that I want to make sure they haven't changed. For example, do we have to use plenum or fire-resistant cable? Or can we use a standard cable? Little Rock has rules that you have to use plenum cable now. Call the electric department, they don't know. Call the fire department, they don't know. and I need to order cable in the morning. I've been trying to get this done for over a week, and nobody seems to know anything. So I'm hoping the mayor, oh, by the way, your office did call me and tell me who to talk to, and he never called back. Supposedly he was in the doctor's office. Hope he got checked out okay, because he never called. And the last tidbit of naughty, political signs are in right-of-ways. They're on city property. I like your hand going up.
They aren't mine.
That's true, they're not yours.
They're not mine.
But they are going up on city property. They're in the public right-of-way. And if you're not going to enforce it, there's a lot of codes. If you're not going to enforce them, let's do away with them. Alderman Witcher knows how to do it. I remember the one about the horses. Remember Alderman Witcher? Yeah, shake your head yes. Mayor, I know I've had close to my 3 minutes, but waste management is what you need to help us work on. Thank you.
It's on top of my list, I assure you. And if Jim Briley doesn't call you by 10 o'clock in the morning, call Sean Spencer. Okay? Charlie, you got any more?
I got one.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, there we go.
Recently up at Crestwood Elementary, I'd had a number of phone calls, and then I happen to live real close to a grandmother that walks up there every afternoon and picks up her grandson around 2:30, 2:45, and it was discovered that the kids exiting Crestwood Elementary had to walk across Crestwood, Hampton, or Candlewick, back across Crestwood to get on to Randolph in the afternoons, and it was causing a hazard with the traffic trying to get into Crestwood to pick up kids. So after some urging by the grandmother that I know real well, I contacted Danny Dillon down at the traffic department, and I got to tell you guys, he got on it. And within 2 days, we had a new sidewalk that was donated by the contractor, and we got the handicap ramps built on 3 corners up there that needed to be put in. And I just want just a high praise for Danny Dillon and the traffic department down there. And I want to give Chris Wilburn an assist in this, okay, if it's okay. You know, but
Charlie Height, attaboy assist.
Attaboy assist. So just to let you know that the guys in our traffic department are getting on it, and they're getting her done. So thank you to Danny, and thank you to Chris.
While we're talking about that, tomorrow, Danny and Kathy's daughter is very ill, and the police department at 8th and Main is having a cookout tomorrow starting at 11. That we're going to try to raise some money to help them with their expenses, because she's in the hospital in Florida. So God bless them, and we hope their daughter gets well. Anybody else? Comments? Mr. Witcher?
I have a friend. We all have a friend, Mary Ruth Morgan, and she wanted me to make an announcement tonight for her. The class of North Little Rock High School, 1946, is having their 70th reunion in North Little Rock, the 24th of September. There were 250 some odd folks that graduated from North Little Rock High School in 1946, and that was the only high school on the north side of the river. That was for the entire county. There will be about 50 folks in town that week, so if you see someone moving around slowly, ask them if they're in the class of 46.
That's great. Class of 71 had their reunion last weekend, and I hope they had fun. Anybody else? How about a motion?
Second.
On the motion.
Ross? Yes. White?